Okay, hello guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. This is going to be very different to what I normally do, and it's going to be looking at a comparison of things that Fortnite Battle Royale might have stolen from Overwatch. Now, I've got about 6 ideas. Some of them are quite loose, some of them are completely understandable, and I'm completely up for any disagreement that you have. Make sure to leave them in the comments. Also put some other things that might have come from them down there. But the first one is Genji. Now, Genji is a word in Japan which also has a Latinized meaning for names. And if you add this skin, he's like a robot. And if you add this skin to Oni's skin, you kind of get a red robot vibe, which can be linked to one of Fortnite's skins, very popular at the moment, which is his Omega skin. You can see all like the red, orange, bright lights coming through. You can see the metal on his face. You can see that he is supposed to be a robot. Now, these are quite loose if you think of it that way, but the premise is there and the whole function is there, that they are quite similar. And yeah. Next up, though, we have impulse grenades. Now, this one's very close, and basically, if you've never used one, you throw it on the ground and it bounces enemies away. And you know what else does exactly the same thing? A function in Overwatch that one hero has, hero being Pharah, and that is called the concussive blast. You shoot out, and it projects like this bound, the same as impulse grenades does, this little bubble that bounces enemies away from wherever they are. So they're basically the same thing, same premise, they're very similar. So yeah. Next up, though, we have Hanamura, which is a Japanese styled map for Overwatch. You can see the red roofs and the pink trees, and then this easily corresponds to Lucky Landing, which is in Fortnite, sorry. Recently added. You can tell it's got that Japanese vibe. They've both got the red roofs, they've both got the pink trees, they've both got like bamboo and like all the classic Japanese stuff that you'd have. But there could have been a lot more things that Fortnite added in, but they chose to do a lot of the things that Overwatch had, and the same style buildings and stuff. I know this is all like how Japan is, like Japanese origins, but it just seems a bit too similar. Now, next up, we have Tracer's graffiti skin. Now, this one's quite loose. This one's probably the most loose one there is in this video. But you can tell that it's got the whole graffiti look with the mask on her and everything. And, like, the colours, the bright colours. Then this, I'm saying, it's very much similar to one of the new skins in the Season 4 Battle Pass of Fortnite Battle Royale, and that is this skin. You've got the mask, you've got the colours, it's just all the spray paint and graffiti. They happen to come out with characters that look very similar to each other, Tracer and this default character. And yeah, this one's very loose, so you can easily argue with this one, and I don't blame you, to be honest. But there is not a correspond in relation between them. And once again, it's just very similar. Yeah. Next up, though, we have the junction of Fortnite, the Junkertown of Overwatch. See, they're both like literary and rubbishy and junky, but it's like tips and like waste metal and stuff. Now, one of the main things is this. Fortnite could have called this anything, but they decided to call it Junction. Same as how Junkertown. I know Fortnite is like the alliteration names, but they could have chose something like litter location, or rubbish something, or something else, but they had to go on the junk basis. Now, this is just a little artwork that for some reason I put in there. But next up, we have this. And this is the last one on here. And it is the Sombre Anniversary Dance. All Overwatch heroes have, well, most of them, than the new ones, have a dance that has been added into the game for them. And this one is basically the origin of the Electro Shuffle. And then Fortnite have gone ahead and done almost exactly the same dance. Now, I know that Electro is a style of dance, so there is obviously that bond, but the way how the moves are very similar. Up here you can see a little transformation of them and how they are similar, but yeah, and there's a lot of dances in Fortnite that are very popular, and a lot of them are in Overwatch as well. So it just seems very strange that they've decided to do the same ones, but that's going to be it. If you have any more, put them in the comments. As I said in the start, Overwatch and Fortnite have been some of my favourite games recently. They're all I'm playing. And yeah, so absolutely no criticism to Fortnite at all. It's just some of their ideas seem to be copied a little bit. If you want me to do another episode of these with some other stuff, let me know. And yeah, see you next time.